Nice opinion. Just one tiny problem with it. Inspecting your post, it looks like your opinion is different from mine. Let me tell you something. I am the baseline for opinions. Any opinion I hold is objectively correct, and as a result, any other opinions are wrong. Guess what? You happen to hold a wrong one. I hope you know that your opinion is now illegal. I have contacted the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, the Navy SEALs, Secret Service, and your mom. You'll be sorry you ever shared your opinions. By the time you're reading this, you'll be done for. Nature will punish you. Humanity will punish you. Supernatural beings will punish you. Space will punish you. We decided just to make sure we'll nuke your house from orbit, so there's no chance you can run away. Everyone will know you will die. It's a small price to pay to remove your wrong opinion from this world.
Alright. Welcome back to another stream. So we're gonna talk about the, I guess, the VTuber side, since most people talk about the more Emeru, but I'm gonna talk about Shibi's, I guess, experience with Twitchcon. We're gonna lightly watch a 18-minute live stream from Matodi on Johnny Somali, which both these will be linked. So let's get started, I guess. Yeah, so if you like the stream, I guess. If you want to rewatch, maybe subscribe if you like stuff like this. I usually mostly K-pop related to Korea as well. General, and comment your thoughts also. So let's go.
Johnny Somali trial, because little did we know that he would go on the offense. So he ended up actually suing or pressing charges against another Korean streamer today. And we just got out of that court, and it was pretty interesting because a lot of things actually happened, and this was kind of a quote-unquote secret trial because it was never publicized anywhere, and the only reason we found out about it is because through the Korean streamers that were actually called to testify. So thankfully, they actually shared the information with us. So we ended up showing up to court here in beautiful Seoul, Korea, and it was an interesting day. So there was a few main things that happened. First, we got to court, and we found out that we couldn't actually be inside of the, instead of the assembly, inside of the courtroom. We couldn't be inside of the courtroom. And yeah, there was actually a lot of things happened. So we ended up getting the information after court, and now we know what happened. So.
We're breaking up. You've been stuck.
What happened now was Johnny pressed charges against Youngman. Youngman is one of the people who pressed charges against him for the deepfakes. So currently, Johnny is facing.
Yeah, that was one of the deepfake charges crime he committed on him was a deepfake. There's a few others he has a deepfake of, but this is one of them.
Facing 2 counts of deepfake charges. One is from the Korean streamer by the name of Bong Bong, and the other one is from the Korean streamer by the name of Youngman. So Johnny and his legal team decided to go on the offense against Youngman because Youngman is in quite the pickle, to put it lightly, right now. So Youngman is currently in jail. Is he in jail or is he in prison?
He's in jail. He's in jail. Sorry, he's in prison. He's been convicted.
Okay, so he is in prison. Okay, Youngman is currently in prison. And Johnny decided to press charges against him for 3 different things. The main things were a deepfake as well, because originally Johnny showed the deepfake of them 2 making out, and that's what Johnny is in trouble for in his current case.
Hank and Youngman making out.
It was Hank and Youngman making out. Okay, so Johnny showed Hank and Youngman making out on his
That's still bad, but you know.
Stream, and therefore he got charged with distributing the deepfake. Unfortunately, Youngman, he saw that and he was venting about it on his stream, and he also showed it on his stream. So then in return, Johnny pressed charges back at Youngman, and that happened today. So it was for the deepfake. Then it was also for assault with a baton, because
baton assault, which ended up, kind of backfiring since Hank was the one that brought the baton.
That was actually that clip where they ran up on him and whacked him. That was, so one of the times Johnny was assaulted, that was Youngman who did it?
Yes.
Okay, so that was for that. And then obviously the last charge then was for stalking. So he has a deep fake charge, an assault with a baton, and then stalking. That's what Johnny hit on this other Korean stream. Now, so essentially the reason they played that Uno reverse was they wanted to come to a settlement so that Johnny could, so that Youngman would drop the charges at Johnny, because Johnny has 2 deepfake charges, which each could be, 10 years in jail? 7 years each in jail, but they're capped out at 12.
They're capped at 7. It's capped at 7. So the reason it's high is to allow for multiple charges. Yes, it does add.
Yeah.
So say they convict him for 3 years on one deepfake charge.
Yeah.
Then they can only add half of the original one. So say they sentence 3 years for the first one. They would have to then sentence a year and a half for the second one. So that's 4.5 years total. So that's how they come about the calculation. But say there are many crimes and it adds all the way up to 7, it's capped at 7.
Okay. So today in court, we had 3 people who ended up testifying. So first, Johnny ended up testifying, and he lied a lot, apparently.
A lot.
So what did the translators say that he lied about, or what was the main things?
I think the primary one was saying, I don't know, or I don't remember, the things he clearly would have remembered. For example, who brought the baton? Who brought the baton to the fight? You know.
Though, obviously, we know it was Hank that brought the baton.
You know.
Okay.
Everybody knows that Hank brought the baton. It's obvious. He talks about the baton. He shows the baton on stream. The baton is in his apartment. Johnny knows that baton very well. And they asked him, who brought the baton? And he said, I don't know.
And Youngman ended up disarming and using the baton?
That's
Is that
right.
what happened?
Hank brought the baton, and Youngman felt, I guess, threatened by the baton, so he took it, and Johnny claims he hit him.
Interesting. Okay. Obviously, this is all alleged. None of this is confirmed at all. Okay. So for Youngman, who's currently in prison, these are some serious charges to be added to his sentence. The reason Youngman is in prison is you had the whole riots here in Korea a few months ago, and essentially it was like, what is it called when they declared it was martial law was declared?
Yeah, right.
And then some rioting happened, and Youngman was one of the streamers who decided to live stream himself going to court and throwing bricks and cinder blocks through multiple windows at the courthouse. Obviously, not a great idea to do.
Kind of stupid thing to do. Probably not a good idea.
But he, before that happened, was also involved in, being one of the Korean streamers who were trying to keep track and keep tabs of where Johnny was throughout the city, because they were essentially fed up with him harassing the Koreans for content. So now that's came back to bite him. So that's why he's in jail. That's why he's in prison. And that's why Johnny could then use this as a legal strategy to try to get him to settle. So first Johnny testified, then Hank testified. And we confirmed with the attorney in there that from what we can tell, they were lying. There was a lot of information that was just not accurate from them. And then after Hank finished testifying, it was Bang.TV. Bang TV. What were the main things? So there was a few key highlights that what Johnny said and what Hank said.
Johnny said. Another one of the main lies was about the deepfakes. The timeline of when they showed on stream these deepfakes. Johnny insists since March 27th. March 27th, he met with his lawyer who asked who showed the deepfake first. He insists for some reason that Bongbong showed it before him and that Youngman showed it before him, which is not true. They both found out about this deepfake from Johnny's stream. Everybody knows the timeline, but he keeps on insisting that. He also keeps on insisting he didn't produce them, like production versus distribution.
It's game on. Lake Kiwi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Lake Kiwi Ford, and my team's ready to serve you. If you want selection, we got you covered.
That's not what he's accused of, right? He's not accused of producing, he's accused of distributing, but he brought that up again today. I didn't make it, as if anybody cares.
And was it the judge that said, hey, your story doesn't match up? It doesn't make
Yes,
sense.
the timeline. He said the timeline does not make sense with the facts because we know when these streams happened. But yeah, Johnny's like I think he believes his own lie at this point.
Interesting. Okay, so after Johnny testified, then Hank was next up, and then after that it was Bang.TV or Bang TV. And at the end there, we were able to go in for Bang TV and so on. But essentially what happened with today's trial?
The bottom line was that at the end of Hank's testimony and before Bang TV came in, Hank spoke of his desire to reach a settlement. And he said at first that he wanted money. Hank, as the victim of the deepfakes, supposedly, and as the maybe co-victim of assault and stalking, which he claims, as if Youngman cared about him, he said he wanted like a monetary compensation. Johnny, in his situation, all he wants is the deepfake charge from Youngman to be dropped. And they said they'll do anything to, what were his words?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Hank's testimony is here.
He said, I'm willing to put this behind us if both sides will drop the charges. Like, they have three, so Youngman is in a much worse situation, actually. I mean, Johnny's in the situation that he's in, but Youngman is in a situation where he's already convicted, he's already in prison, and he will be a repeat offender if he's convicted of these three charges that are very serious. Now, on the one hand, I would say that, so his wording was, I want to put this behind us, which is something you hear him say a lot. I want to put this behind me. He always says this when he says, I want to put this behind me. Right?
And I also feel like we should note that Youngman sent in 5 letters of apology letters towards the judge because of the deepfake situation. Johnny has not publicly apologized for this yet.
He has not even sent one letter. But Youngman showed true reflection. Reflection is that's what they're looking for, not just an apology. This isn't a situation with two kids get in a fight and you tell them to apologize and they make a fake apology. They want to hear words of true reflection. And Youngman has done that. He's convinced the court that he's sorry. So the decision in the end was they wrote an ad hoc, just on the spot, they wrote like improvised. I mean, call it an improvised agreement. That's temporary until they formalize the agreement. So that agreement has been reached, and there's almost nothing stopping the court from dropping at least one deepfake charge. Right.
Okay. So yeah, there's a few things here. So wait, and then also when talking to the attorney, he also said that he believes that Johnny committed perjury multiple times. And is there a chance that he can be charged for today's court case or for perjury in today's court?
I believe he committed the crime of perjury multiple times with a very specific goal, which is to reach this settlement. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
That's his goal from this. He doesn't want to actually see Youngman convicted. He wants to reach that settlement. So that was perjury. I think it's unlikely. Forward because the conclusion was a settlement, and the court loves when two parties settle. Okay,
interesting. So yeah, today was essentially.
Somebody said this Shaisa is pre-recorded. No, it's not.
No, this is
live.
This is 100% live. But essentially, and then also I saw a lot of comments were saying, wait, his court hearing is on the 29th. This is a separate trial. So this is because he went out and sued Youngman. So
this is the trial of Youngman as defendant, and Johnny and Hank are victims in this case.
So very, very interesting. Anyway, so today was actually a big victory for Johnny because one of the deepfake charges have been dropped. Now, the next thing is, will the other deepfake...
So we got one win out of however how many losses he's had. So I guess you get as much as win, especially in Johnny's case, which probably the wins are very small or only one. You take that one win to avoid any more, I guess, convictions.
Big charge get dropped. That's currently with Bong Bong. But Bong Bong has not been formally charged with anything as of now, at least.
As far as we know.
So Johnny doesn't actually have that leverage with her.
I think he said something very interesting. They asked him if he sued anybody else, or not, I shouldn't say sued, filed charges against anybody else, criminal charges against anybody else besides Youngman. And he said 1 or 2. I think the wording was very interesting. He said 1 or 2. And then he mentioned Yu Dalgun, the assault case. He mentioned that one, but what did he not mention?
Bong Bong.
And why did he say? I'm reading between the lines here.
Of like one or two. So he's trying to press charges against Bong Bong, most likely.
If it was going ahead against Bong Bong, I think the wording would have been two. Yutagun and Bong Bong.
Interesting. And you told me he tried to press charges against Bong Bong.
I'm just guessing.
And you told me earlier he tried to press charges against Bong Bong early on.
Yes.
But that was not successful.
Yeah, he did try that a while. When the courts were starting, he tried to get her stuck, but it didn't work, obviously.
We don't know for sure, but this is speculation. I'm speculating that is not going ahead.
Okay.
He has a lot more leverage against Youngman because of the assault accusation and the stalking accusation. I believe the stalking accusation has merit.
Okay.
So Youngman put himself in this situation, unfortunately for him, and unfortunately for his case against Johnny. He put himself in this situation where, literally, if you look at his stream, there's one of his videos has the thumbnail is a picture of Johnny with a target on it.
Interesting.
That's the thumbnail. So
that's a really bad one to have.
Unfortunately, I think the stalking case had merit. So this was a great day for Youngman, and I think
that's not a great thumbnail to use.
Good day for Johnny, but it's not the end for Johnny.
Yes. So the Youngman's lawyer was very happy with today because he ended up dropping 3 charges, trading for 1 charge. So let's say in hypothetically, this charge gets dropped, and if he has 1 deepfake charge against him, he's still looking at 7 years. If he drops the second deepfake charge, how many years is potentially left then?
So he's still at the point where max penalty is 12 years. If the deepfake, which is the most serious one, if both of them are dropped, that brings the max down to 5. So that's a dramatic change. And it also brings the mandatory prison time out of the equation.
Okay, so he no longer has mandatory prison time if it gets dropped down to 5?
Yes, that doesn't mean he won't, but it won't be nearly as much.
Okay.
Now, my personal opinion, again, this is my opinion, I think the likelihood of Bong Bong dropping is very low because she hasn't committed any other crimes against him, and the circumstances where she showed this deep fake do not indicate a crime, because when she played it, she didn't know what it was.
Okay.
She didn't play fake on purpose, knowing what it is.
Correct. No, it'll be very interesting to see. And then we have another court case coming up in a couple days. And there we have a few people testifying. Who is testifying on the next court date?
We have Hank and Youngman again as victims in the deepfake, one deepfake, and Bong Bong as the victim in the second deepfake.
Okay.
We heard a legal opinion today that they will go ahead with their testimony, even though Youngman is dropping, even though they reached a settlement. I think it's more likely than not that they'll cancel Hank's testimony and Youngman's.
Interesting.
Because we've seen them do that. We've seen when he pled guilty to Lotte World, they sent the witness home.
Correct.
And so this is the same court. So that would be consistent with their behavior. It also wouldn't make sense at this point. The only reason they might still go ahead with that is because it's not formally settled.
Right. They only have a paper. It's not.
Yeah, the paper is informal.
Because technically, it's still up to the prosecutor to drop it or let them settle or not.
Exactly. Technically, but that would almost never happen, that the prosecutor would reject a settlement. They love settlements. The judge loves when people settle. The prosecutor loves when people settle. The wording of the settlement is Lee Jong-chan, that's Youngman, Ramzi Khalid Ismail, and Yu Han-jong do not wish to pursue punishment for all criminal cases that have occurred between them. So that was the temporary wording. All 3 signed. It was handwritten document, handwritten agreement, and so that has been agreed upon. It's not formally finalized.
Yeah.
So because of that, they still might testify. And we heard a legal opinion from a lawyer today that they will testify next week. So we will see.
Okay. And also, we'll get to see Bong Bong's testimony, and we'll probably get way more information on what's going on, if he can actually press charges back on her or not.
Exactly.
Coming up soon. Other than that, yeah, I think that's the update for right now. No, he did not win his lawsuit. He has a big, long uphill battle left, but it'll be interesting to see. And it was also interesting to see the legal tactics that are going in now. So, yeah, no, the Vitali trial hasn't even started yet. I don't even think the Vitali trial is going to start for a year or something like that. They are very backlogged there. So it's definitely going to be interesting, but we'll probably be there to cover that as well. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for the donation, guys, and the support. No, the court, okay. So I need to reiterate. Johnny's main trial has not been settled, or his main thing. This is a side court case that he got dragged into, or he dragged another streamer into, with the goal of eliminating one of his charges that he's currently, facing.
And he was successful.
And he was successful at that. So he's still facing, as of right now, 12 years.
Right.
So, yeah, again, big uphill battle left, but that's the quick update from you guys. I'll be coming out with a longer video on all this, where we actually go into detail on everything, because obviously this is a little bit off the cuff. We just got out of trial. Yeah, so we just tried to summarize everything real quick, but we're missing out a whole bunch of details that I'll be coming with in my next video. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys very soon. Probably in a video in like a few hours, actually. So, peace. Thank you, guys.
It's game on. Like Kiwi Crush.
All right, so that's the small little Johnny update. Now we have the, Twitch thing, which I'm gonna... So this is Chibi Doki, which is one of the 3. I did talk about this last night, but, And so here's...
Guys, I went to Twitchcon. I wish I hadn't. Just kidding. Nah, dude. Like, listen, guys. I don't wish I didn't go. It was more like, just man, man. Was it that uneventful? I would not use the word uneventful. I would actually not use that word. Like, it was pretty eventful. I'll say that. A lot happened. It was just more like, dude, bro, I don't even know. Guys, what do you want me to start with? Like, how about this? Also, like, I feel like I need the Jeopardy music. Like, guys, what category would you like to buy today? We've got harassment number 1, throwing away gifts number 2, and we got lies number 3. For how much money, guys? We got
Let's start with the first one.
Well, I'll take harassment for 500. Like, dude, the frick, man. Which category, you guys? I need to change the music. This is gonna make me piss my pants. Alright, guys, what should I even start with, guys? I'm not a drama tuber. I don't talk about drama. Like, seriously, I feel like every VTuber, anytime any drama happens in the community, they get, a hate boner. They're like, nice, I get to pay rent this month. Anytime anything bad happens to anyone, these drama tubers or people that react to it are like, oh, yes! And it's like, motherfucker, stop! Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to milk it. Literally, I don't know how to milk it. It's a condition. I need to call my doctor. I've had blood work done. Anyways, guys, I literally don't know how to milk this for content. Like, guys, I think I should change my title to Addressing the TwitchCon Situation. If I want to get more clicks. Or something, I don't know. The TwitchCon situation is crazy! I don't know what to say. Reacting to the Google Doc live on stream! I don't know. I don't even know where to start. How about this? I'll just tell you, the entire TwitchCon, story, everything I did at TwitchCon. So then it's, in order. So, dude, I pulled up to TwitchCon on day 1, and actually, it was all very normal. Literally nothing was wrong. I think it was too crowded. It was so much more crowded. But, I'm not gonna try and, clip farm here, but I've been saying this for years, and people have disagreed with me, and for some reason now everyone is agreeing. Live streaming at cons, even if it's a live streaming convention, is rude. I've said this for years, and people are like, it's TwitchCon. I've said this for years. I said it every year, and everyone disagrees with me. I genuinely think there should be live streaming areas or something, or because, guys, the amount of people who I know people who've been stalked because they can be found in the background of random people's streams. Sorry, I'm sniffling and rubbing my nose. I'm a little sick. I understand it's a live streaming convention, but the one thing I noticed right away was there were more streamers than event goers, and it was a lot, because normally it's
I kind of agree with that. I mean, if you're going to an event, why are you live streaming? Aren't you there for the event itself?
Like on occasional streamer, it was like a lot. Like it was really scary for me because it's a safety thing for me. I don't like to be on camera, and I was on camera because I'm a very like I don't know. I don't even like photos of myself ever. And it was just really, it sucked. Like, guys, I didn't even get to go to Artist Alley for more than like 20 minutes. And normally I spend hours there because I love art and I buy stuff for my sister. I only got to buy her one thing this year because it was like, even in like the crowded areas, it was like either like a VTuber on an iPad with like live streaming everything, or like some like flesh tuber, sorry, freaking cringy word, people just like, you know, like running around screaming, like yelling at each other, like genuinely, like I saw people running around, and it's like it was scary for me because it's like I don't care who's recording, I don't want to be on it, and it was just a lot, guys. This year was so much, like, I didn't get to do anything, and like I'd be hanging out with my mods, and I'd have to be like, hey guys, we have to take like the long way because there's so many people recording, like carrying around like their phones with like a VTuber on it, or you know, like aggravating people for clips and stuff, and it was a lot. I mean, it's just a personal opinion. I'm not saying if you live stream at these events you're a bad person. I just think that there's considerate ways to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to if I was ever to do IRL content at a con, I think I would prioritize recording it over live streaming, so I could take the effort to edit out people's faces or things like that, because live streaming makes it like, God forbid, like someone has an itchy nose and they remove their face mask for half a second and now they're doxxed, you know? And it's a little bit scary. And
Chewy believes all pets are exceptional, especially when you feed them Purina Pro Plan with groundbreaking nutrition.
Life is more legal than you think, and LegalZoom is here to help. Whether it's registering.
Yeah, I truly do think we need to lean towards recording over live streaming, because like at the end of the day, live streaming at cons is like really fun. Like when you think about it, like people at home get to experience the con, but like whenever it's recorded, I feel like you can just upload it and then everyone experiences it, and it was just a lot, and I just didn't like it. Like the amount of like I'd see like friends like even recording that or like streaming that I'd want to say hi to, but I'm like I can't because I don't want to be on camera. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, you know, or like Alyssa wasn't at TwitchCon, but I had a thing where like a flesh tuber streamer tried to hunt me down because people leaked what I was wearing, you know, or like told them to look out for me, and it's like, it's just stuff like that is like, no guys, don't put names, you don't know who it is, don't instigate drama with people, you guys are don't be like that, please. I'm not that kind of person. You don't even know the person, weirdo. Don't instigate. Yeah, it was Obama. He was there. You gotta understand, guys, sometimes people do things that are, like, not nice, but they don't mean it in a bad way. That person was just excited to see me, so it's like, I'm not upset with them. It's just like, you know what I mean? So don't attack people. I'm not like, I don't, you know, like, even if someone does something that makes you go, you don't attack them. If I had a problem, I would DM them, okay? Like, you know? But, basically, yeah, Obama, what the frick is wrong with him? Basically, like, yeah, the TwitchCon was fine, like the first day. It was literally like, oh gosh, there's a lot of streamers, I'm a little bit uncomfortable. I couldn't even go down, like, there was, like, this really pretty area at the entrance to TwitchCon. Did you guys go, like, with all the pretty lights and stuff? And, like, I really wanted to walk down that because I like glittery things. I like a bird. And I couldn't go down that all 2 days because the amount of streamers in there that were like, oh my god! Oh! Record me T-posing! Oh my god! I sound like Toad. I'm gonna kill myself. Dude, like, in-game. Man, like, I want to walk down that. I want to go down the cool stuff at TwitchCon, but I couldn't because all these motherfucker, like, you know, like, streamer, like, Dumb and Dumber doing their kickflips. And I'm like, motherfucker. And, but no, nothing wrong with what they were doing. It's just like, you know, like a man situation. And, yeah, I remember, nothing really happened on day one. On day one, I did a meet and greet with U2s.
Well, that's good that nothing happened on the first day, at least.
And, actually, funnily enough, the meet and greet with U2s was freaking awesome. I mean, to be fair, U2s is always, like, so kind. And, So that meet and greet also had to be cut short, but do you want to know why? This is where I talked to my mods. I actually decided to cut it short, and the reason why is because we went so over our time limit that BB No Money popped up for his meet and greet, which also had a crazy long line. And I had talked to my mods, and I was like, I am being so disrespectful for being here over my time limit. Seriously, guys, this motherfucking, the freaking BB, I don't even know who he is, except VTubers love him, and he's a nice guy who makes music. I don't personally know him or know his music, but it was one of those things where, I had to, end it a little bit early because, or not early, I was already over the time limit, but I usually try to get through everyone. And I had to be all right, I need to step away because our lines were getting mixed up, and also he was here for his fans, and I did not want to make it about me by being there because we had a super long line. And so I literally was like, hey, I'm gonna move to the side. If anyone wants to say hi, they can come say hi to me. I don't want to take it away from him because it's disrespectful. I was my meet and greet was only for an hour, and I was there for a bit longer. And I didn't want to disrespect him at all. Doesn't matter if it's a big creator or not. Everyone should have their moment. And so, yeah. And sorry, by the way, if you're just stopping by, I'm sniffling because I'm sick at the moment. I'm on some cold medicine right now, so I'm a little bit... I actually ended up leaving early on Friday because I started feeling sick. For those who don't know, I have to wear a mask the entire stream, and because of the entire con, because there are so many people live streaming, I couldn't turn around and take a drink of water, or go to a corner and take a drink of water because cameras, guys, no exaggeration, everywhere. It was at a point where I was a step away from getting a colonoscopy. It was at some point I thought there would be a camera.
That is insane. That it's that camera centric.
Inside my anus. It was so much going on.
Whoa.
I couldn't drink water. So for the entire meet and greet, which was so freaking long, I did not have any water. And you have to talk like this so people can hear you. And I started feeling really sick in my throat, scratchy and really painful. And so I left early. And then during the night, I started feeling a little sick, but I thought maybe just around a lot of people. And so the next day, on Saturday, oh, by the way, yeah, I couldn't talk. It hurt so bad, and I thought I had lost my voice again. But so I went. Guess what? I went to a Target and bought a whiteboard with expo markers or whatever and everything, so I could write to people instead of talking because I I thought I was losing my voice. Turns out I was getting sick. I didn't know that in the moment. I bought a whiteboard so I could do charades and stuff at the meet and greet.
Sure, charades.
That day, and I was late to my Uber to go get the whiteboard, and I get in the car and I look in my purse. Guess what? I have expo markers, an eraser.
Big dinner box, 8 wings, 5 breadsticks, 2 pizzas, big dinner box, 8 wings.
Forgot the whiteboard. I spent 30 minutes going to Target in finding one. Thanks, Obama. Dude, so I ended up pushing through that day and talking, even though it hurt a lot, because I was I have to say something. I know a lot of people were go on vocal arrest and don't say anything, but I was dude, people spent thousands of dollars to come say hi. I feel I owe a hi, you know? And so I get to the con. Oh my god, listen, everything that happened on Friday, and I forget how to say her name, I'm very sorry, it's Emaru and everything, guys, that is so
Emaru. Yeah.
So freaking messed up. And I remember a lot of people telling me not to go. And guys, I think I totally understand where you guys are coming from. I wholeheartedly did not want to go either if it weren't for you guys. If I were just a con goer, I don't think I would have gone. Someone in my responses was hey, you should not go. It's a safety thing. And I was yes, I totally understand. But you guys spent thousands of dollars to come see me. You guys drove over state lines. You guys, seriously, I was already leaving a day early. I was I'm going there for my meet and greet and leaving. I need to be there. At least from I just Stop! Are you kidding me? Do that later! Stop the double... Dude, I farted out both holes there. Stop!
Okay. Let me say this. Yeah, I would say maybe not next year. If you already had a thing planned, I mean, this whole thing, I think it might kill Twitchcon, maybe, I don't know. But I think it's also a safety thing for not just streamers in general, but specifically female streamers, I think. Or obviously.
Listen, you know, like when something goes wrong, so people will overcompensate to make sure it doesn't happen again, but in the wrong areas. That's what day 2 of TwitchCon was. I understand trying to up security to make sure this stuff doesn't happen again, which is the right course of action, absolutely. But it was in the wrong areas, at least, or not the wrong areas, rather. It was in. It's hard to explain if you weren't there. It was like, gosh, it's like when like the bad people ruin it for the 99.9% of the good people who aren't doing anything wrong, but have to go through all of this. You know, like I get it, I understand it, but man. Yeah, like, basically, I get to the con on Saturday, and basically, this is totally good, what they do is they check your bags and, like, make you go through a metal detector. That's freaking based. That's good. Obviously, duh, like, I know, but, like, you need to do that. Doesn't matter if there's a safety risk or not. In this day and age, it's very good to do. I'm always someone, like, I'm very corny. I have a lot of respect for people who enforce security and things like that. So what happened was, by the way, I do want to preface this with, funnily enough, the only good in this situation were the Twitch staff, which I know is kind of like not what people are talking about right now. When it comes to the people who were at the front, they were the nicest people ever. Because I'm a very polite person, and by the the people who, like, you know, enforce the rules. I don't know the word, forgive me. So I get up to the
rule enforcers
gate, and I'm with my two mods, and we see this kid, or, like, you know, younger than me. A lot of the Twitch people are, like, younger than, like, 20, you know, like, they're kiddos. And he goes, all right, remove your mask. And I go, oh, like, I lean forward and I go, oh, I'm so sorry, but I can't. I'm an anonymous creator. It's to avoid, it's a safety thing. I can't take it off. He's like, yeah, no, you're gonna take it off. Like, this guy was rude. Like, actually, like, really rude. Kids, yeah, no, listen, call me weird, but if you're like 20, you're a kid. If you're 19, you're a kid. 18, you're a kid. I don't care. Okay, you're a kid. Okay, you're a baby. Shut the frick up, you're a kid. You don't know what life is like yet. You're a kid. Okay, like, I'm still a kid, I think. But, he was the only, this was the only rude.
Oh yeah, he tried to dox her, I think. Either her or Mousy.
TwitchCon guy in my entire experience. And to be fair, no, I'm not. It was one of those things where it's clearly just doing their job and was annoyed. And I was like so like polite. I was like, please, like I really can't take this off. He's like, nope, you can't come in. Nope, you have to take it off. And very, very, very rude about it. And like I was really, really upset. And so I was like, okay, I'll just go speak to someone else. So I went and talked to a different person. I just went to someone who looked nice, and it was this really nice guy, younger than me, for sure. And I was like, hi. Same thing. I was like, I'm so sorry. I know I have to take off my mask, and I'm okay to do it. But if I can do it in a private area, I can show you my ID, my TwitchCon meet and greet stuff. I can show you my ID. Like, literally, I just don't want to show my face but guess what? Everyone is live streaming. There's no private area at all. So it was one of those things where it's like, can I show you my face? And they told me, by the way, they told me not to just show my face. They told me to take the mask off until I enter the venue, which is like maybe a 30-second walk. They told me I had to take it off and walk into the con. That's what they told me, so the cameras or something could have my face. And I literally like was about to cry because I was like, I can't do that. And for those who don't know, I don't care if you like how I look or if you don't think I'm attractive. It's because I live with my parents, and if you guys, people will mess with my family. Like, for those who don't know, all of the money I make from Twitch, all of the money I make from YouTube goes to my parents' house fund. Literally everything, every dollar, everything. Sometimes I'll buy like a nice coffee or like stuff like that. But guys, I don't live like I'm rich. I never have and I never will. I literally, guys, I don't. I live rich in the sense of I can pay rent and I can like take care of my family and things like that. But all of the money goes to my family. And the idea of anything, somehow someone tracking my face to my family terrifies me because they're all I ever
Oh yeah, they did try to dox her, yeah.
had, guys. I literally didn't have anything my whole life except my family.
It seems your problems come from solo queue.
No, I just need a good jungler. They don't even exist.
Got it. You need a pro duo.
And that was it, through thick and thin. And so it's like, I just don't want, that is the reason why it terrifies me. Like, you can mess with me, be mean to me, it's whatever. It's like, it's just, solid humble brag. It's not a brag. It's more like, my passion in life is taking care of my family, and if anything, if my career is a detriment to them, then I will have so many regrets. Does that make sense? It's really corny, but like my parents are my best friends. I never had friends growing up, as you can tell. I'm like a walking advertisement for Tylenol and birth control. And like my parents are like my best friends, dude. I freaking love them. Like my dad, and my mom, I hang out with them like all day, every day. If there's a movie I want to go see, I see it with my parents. That's why I started to almost have a breakdown. I have anxiety. And I was just like thinking of worst case scenario. I'll be in the corner of someone's stream or something, and I know it sounds dramatic to be scared about that. And I know a lot of people who maybe don't understand VTubers or this sphere are like, oh, that's so dramatic, or oh, you're over analyzing, or
I don't think it's over dramatic at all. I mean, that probably is a likely scenario to happen.
overthinking it. Just remove your mask. It's a safety thing. And it's literally VTuber fans, not you guys, but the ones who ruin it for everyone are crazy. You know, it's like, they just want to find someone's face and then do weird things or whatever. And so it's like, it's hard to explain if you're not in the bubble, because I actually understand everyone. I understand that, like, it's just a safety precaution. That's why the entire time I was not rude to anyone, because they're just doing their jobs. It is not that Twitch staff are idiots. No, I disagree. They're being told what to do. It's their job. They're being paid. They have to do it. Okay, like, do I think it's wrong? Yes. I talked to 2 managers, and I was very sternly, you can't be doing this, because you're going to get someone in trouble, they're going to get doxxed, they're going to be hurt. And so, like, the people at the front doing their job are just listening to their managers. It's the higher-ups that are the problem, you know? That's the thing. I was not rude to anyone, because they can't let me through, because they will get fired. It is not, they can't, you know? So it's a really hard situation where, so anyways, I was very respectful the entire time, but very sternly, like, I cannot do this. Other people will not be able to come in. I even showed, like, I have a meet and greet in 10 minutes, and I have to get there. And the guy I ended up talking to, he was the nicest guy ever. I don't know where he is, but if you talk to a girl with blonde and pink hair in a pink outfit with like a green purse, bro, I love you, man. You are the only reason I got into the con and made it happen. This guy, he was so nice. Literally the entire time was like, I am so sorry that you have to do this. I actually agree with you. It's just a safety precaution. I'm being told I have to do this and all this stuff. And he was so polite about it. And, like, I totally understand, you know? Because, like, he's doing his job, guys. He's paid to do what the higher-ups say. And I talked to the higher-ups, and people were like, you should have said something. I did. I pinky promise. I literally spoke. They brought their manager down. And I literally was like, this can't happen. I understand why, but do a private area or something. Use an ID or something, right? And they're like, nope, sorry, and then walked away. And the guy was like, I'm just so sorry. And we had a compromise where there were no private areas, but he moved me to the side. There was a giant window and stuff, but it was the most private area he could give me. And he's like, look, I'll just let you, just show me your face really quickly. And I was like, okay, sure. And I did it and put it back on. I did it, guys. Like, I literally had to, because I had a meet and greet. And I showed him for like 3 seconds. He said, okay, you're good to go. Don't worry. Keep it on. He made sure I didn't have to leave it off that entire time. And I was like, dude, you saved my life, man. Because, like, there's people recording before you even get into the...
Well done, that guy. Well done.
On. So, like, whoever that guy is, much love, dude. Because I understand he's just doing his job, but he made an effort to help me in. And I still remember what he looked like, and really nice guy.
Sharpie Creative Marker Fine Tip. Our biggest innovation in our finest design.
Zoe?
Yeah. We're meeting for coffee?
Very, very sweet the entire time. This will keep on happening until the streamers take a stand. Well, that's the thing, guys. People are like, you shouldn't have let this happen. You shouldn't have gone. I've never had a bad experience at TwitchCon. If I eat McDonald's every single day for my whole life, and then I randomly get food poisoning, and people are like, oh,
what are you, Brian Kennel?
oh, why'd you eat McDonald's? Because I never had this problem before. I understand TwitchCon has had problems, but like I've never had a problem before. Like seriously, like I never did. So it's like I had nothing to say or nothing to avoid or anything because I never had a bad experience. Other people did, and that stuff is disgusting and all that. But no, people are misunderstanding. No, guys, the access tag isn't used at that part of the con yet. But no, like, I had my wristband. Oh, wait, no, on day one, there was one thing that annoyed me on day one. I forgot to tell you. You know, I literally get my badge and the printer breaks. And I thought that was a harmless situation. They go, oh, sorry, dude. The second I get up there, the printer breaks. He's like, yeah, sorry, dude, you're gonna have to go to the help desk. So I go to the help desk, and thankfully the line, it was only like a 10-minute wait or whatever. And I get there, and they're like, all right, here's your badge. And I'm like, oh, surely this won't cause a problem. Guess what? Turns out my whoop-de-doo little wristband don't work either. So on day one, it went, doo-doo. It actually worked on day one. Day two, it broke. Guys, not to be disgusting, but I didn't shower, so I didn't get it wet or anything. It didn't work the next day. And so I get up to the meet and greet desk on day two on my meet and greet, and basically how they do it is you have to, I guess, like the meet and greet badges, they like scan to get in. I don't know. I walk up to the meet and greet entry, and they go, because like no one told me where to go, so I'm like trying to get in, and I'm like, hi, I have a meet and greet right now, and they're like, oh, you have a meet and greet? Okay, scan your thing, and I scan it, and it goes so it's working, I guess, but it goes in like yellow instead of green, and they go, oh, you can't come in. No, you can't come in. And I go, oh, well, that's a problem. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. By the way, I have like 2 minutes to my meet and greet because a lot of stuff went wrong, the mask stuff and all that, and I go like, oh, like, I have a meet and greet right now. Is there anything I can do? Like, I can tell you my username. Like, I have my badge. It has my username on it. And they go, no, you can't come in. Sorry, you have to have a wristband that works. And I go, oh my gosh. And my hands are shaking because I'm so nervous. And I'm texting Nags. I'm literally like, they won't let me in. I don't know what to do. And so Nags is coming over to come help me. And
one thing I did notice watching the entire thing is that there was a lot of issues on the wristband. People could just enter some areas without, even if the wristband worked, they could just sneak in. I mean, Emery one guy just snuck in even with a wristband that didn't work. So some areas, maybe her experience with the staff was good, but some areas the Twitch staff didn't care and just let it go out how it was. So
I even have the email confirmation of like my like meet and greet, and they're like, nope, you can't come in. Sorry, nope. And like I understand they're being strict on security because of what's happened, and that's good. I'm glad. But like, like where it hits people who aren't supposed to be hit, and it's like, man, like I understand. Like, I'm so glad you're being more secure. It should have been super secure, like since
it should have been secured from the start, but I guess better late than never. Smile.
Day one, but like you're hitting the people who are like I don't know. It was just like a whole thing where I was like, please just let me in. Were they treating me like an attendee? Yes, they thought I was trying to sneak in, I guess. I don't know, guys. I'm a 5'4" girl in big pink heels and like a pink dress. What the frick was I gonna do? Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, eventually they actually, again, the third manager I met, they had to bring a manager, a little older lady, and she was actually really nice. She's like, do you have a confirmation email? I showed her my email, and she said, come on in, you're good. And I was like, thank you! And I was like, hey, yes! And they let me in. And dude, WW Boomers, thank you. Like, actually, she was a sweetheart. I was like, thank you so
Shout out old ladies.
much. And again, I want to reiterate, everyone I met, like Twitch staff, I'm not mad at all. They're just, it's the higher ups that enforce these rules. They're just doing their jobs, guys. Like, whenever people go, you have to show your face, you have to do this. They have to do what they're told or they get fired, okay? They can have their opinions and stuff like that. I totally get, I have no hard feelings for anyone who did anything to me. Even if they're rude to me, I get it. Who wants to deal with TwitchCon goers? They're rude. Like, how many of you guys...
Thank you. Chewy believes all pets are exceptional, especially when you feed them Pro Plan, backed by science.
met rude people at TwitchCon.
0, since I've never gone to TwitchCon myself. After this, I don't think I will, but you know.
The amount of people that were just not nice. I get it, bro. No, listen, bro. I totally get it. Do they not have a separate entrance for creators? I was never told if there was. I think there probably is an area, but like literally, guys, I found out I had a partner manager a week ago. So like I literally am never told anything. I have no idea. So I'm kind of...
So they were very unclear about things.
Effing it, we ball. But no, I think a lot of people I know went through the same area I did. So maybe if there wasn't communicated, but like a lot of people I know that meet and greets just went through that area. So sorry for the sniffling. It was, gosh, where was I? I'd like speed run to the meet and greet, and this is just where things like went really downhill. Guys, so this was I was just starting to get sick, but I didn't realize it yet. I thought I had lost my voice from talking too long without water. I was like seriously like the night before in like a 7 or 8 out of 10 on pain. It was so bad. I powered through it. I powered through it the whole meet and greet to talk to you guys because I just wanted to meet you. And we're like an hour into the meet and greet, and every year they let us meet everyone in the line. Every single year, TwitchCon, WeebCon.
Oh, this is where I think the big lie.
Every single place, I have made an effort to meet everyone. That's why I went to the con even after everything happened. I truly believe in the idea of if you're a creator and people make an effort to meet you and they're respectful, you should meet them. Even if it's just a hello, how are you doing, sign their badge. Even if it's just that. Because, seriously, if anyone spends any money to see you, like, you should be there. You should absolutely be there if you can, unless you get sick or something happens, obviously, you know. Prioritize yourself and all that. But, one thing people don't know, or, like, don't understand is that, like, guys, I understand what content creators do for people because I was there. Whenever I was like 10, I had no friends. I just moved to the States. I literally knew no one, and it was the worst experience of my life. All I had was YouTube videos. I'm a big Achievement Hunter fan, a big Rooster Teeth fan, Yogscast fan, you know, PewDiePie, Markiplier. That's all I had as a kid. And I totally understand. You should never let content creators take advantage of you monetarily or mentally, obviously. But they do fill a part of your heart, you know, like sometimes when you have a bad day, coming home to have a YouTube video you're excited to watch makes your day better. Sometimes if you don't have friends to listen to while you play games, you can put on a video and pretend you're in a Discord call. I understand. I've been there. And anyone who tries to put you down for that crap is stupid because they don't know game. They've never been there, okay? Congratulations. You were a normie and had friends. Congratulations, okay? I understand. And please don't...
Hey, I did both.
Don't let people get mad at or like make fun of you for expecting to have fun at TwitchCon, okay? I saw a lot of like threads on like Twitter being like, oh, if you went to TwitchCon, you deserved what came. And it's like, you're so stupid because you're getting mad at the wrong people. No one should ever be put down for expecting to have a happy and nice time whenever like they're told it's gonna be okay. Like, it's seriously, guys, like, you know, I saw a couple things like that, and it's like, it makes me mad because it's like, I don't think people understand what content creators do for people. Yeah, it's just a whole thing. And, so basically, I in the meet and greet, we do like an hour's meet and greets, and for those who don't know, it's very silly, but, I like to talk to each person for a long time, or as long as they'd like to talk, because it's one of those things where I just like hearing people and talking to them, and Nags and I have a great time, like, we laugh the whole time. Like, oh my gosh, it was an awesome time. Our security guy next to us, he was like this really nice guy. He was laughing at our jokes the whole time. And when he ended, he was like, dude, you guys are the funniest people I've met at this convention. You guys are great. And I'm like, dude, he was awesome. He was a really nice guy. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. 9 times out of 10, every, like, TwitchCon staffer was so nice. He was a big guy. I didn't think he was that big. Because I was standing and we were, like, eye level, I think. The guy with the face mask up to his nose? Maybe I didn't notice. I didn't have my glasses on. Or did I? I don't know, I forgot. But, him, basically, he was jacked. Well, I didn't notice that. He was jacked. I didn't notice that. He had muscle. Frick! Dude, I would have asked to, like, flex with him. I didn't notice. I just really wanted to, clarify that, like, anyone that worked at the TwitchCon, convention or anything, please have a good day as well. I mean, you were overworked and all things going on. And, like, if you were a little bit sassy,
I mean, that, yeah.
See, I get it. Who wants to deal with annoying streamers and Twitchcon goers? I get it. Nothing but love, dude. I get it. As long as you were respectful and doing your best, even if you're a little bit short with me or said things I don't necessarily agree with, dude, I get it, man. You're totally okay. I get it. You're just doing what you're told. Yeah. Don't harass anyone who worked there because they're just trying to make food on the table. You know? Yeah, at the meet and greet, suddenly, it was like, I forget, it was someone with like a clipboard at the front of the line, like telling people to come forward or something. They walk up to us and go, hey, we're gonna have to cut it, we're running out of time, and then safety stuff and yada yada yada. It was like a off the hand comment, and like obviously with what happened yesterday, I go, oh, of course, that's totally okay, because it's like, dude, I totally understand that because so much happened yesterday.
Here we go. Where's the lie about, you know, the gifts and stuff?
Okay, if it has to be shorter this year. And Nags and I are like, oh, that sucks, but that's okay. And our bodyguard goes, okay, you guys, we're gonna give you like 5 more minutes. How many people do you want to talk to? We're gonna cut the line. And I look at Nags and I go, hey, how about 21? Because the Nags 21, and we both laugh.
What do you get when you cross smooth, creamy, and hilarious?
Laffy taffy.
Business checking has always been just checking. Until now, introducing U.S. Bank Business Essentials.
And so he cuts the line and keeps 21 people up there, which was like, there were like a million people after those people. But we were told we had 6 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. So we had to go brrr really fast. And I was like, man, that kind of sucks, but at least we can like fit more people, right? And then after the meet and greet, it sucks because all of like my regulars got cut off. I was like, man, that sucks. But I stood next to the meet and greet area, and I got to meet, like, maybe, or, like, most of my regulars I'd already met. I got to see them again for, we talked for maybe, like, 15 minutes. I signed a bunch of people's stuff, and it was a really nice time. And I was like, I'm so sorry, guys, that, like, the line was cut and stuff like that, and they were so nice. And, the rest of the con was, I think, pretty okay. I just had, like, a lot of, like, anxiety of like all the live streaming going on because like I've had this opinion forever. I don't care if it's a live streaming convention and stuff like that. It's like getting people on your stream. It's just always weird, champ, to me. I just have never really, it's my opinion. If you do it, I don't think you're a bad person necessarily. I just like, I couldn't even go to Artist Alley. So many like people like literally in like the corridors around the area like running around and stuff and going crazy with like their phones everywhere. It was just a lot, and like that's the only like main complaint I had at that point, where it was just like, I understand like people are like, it's a live streaming convention and you're expecting not to see live streamers. But it's like one of those things where it's like, bro, I get it. Like I get it. It's a live streaming convention, but I still don't like it because it's like a god.
It's not. It feels like you're not even joining the event if you're live streaming the entire time.
Man, I can't go any. Even if I was a face cam streamer, I would be like, I want to be on camera. Who wants to be on camera, dude? It was so bad that if I wanted a sip of water, I had to go to the bathroom to take a sip of water. Like it was like that bad. Yeah, I've already talked about it earlier.
That's bad.
It's just like, and I would get so like, yeah. I'm sure there were smarter ways to do it, but. And, like, my friends had really bad experiences with live streamers and stuff that made me really sad. And that's not my story to talk about. But it's just, like, you know, it just sucks. Because how hot was the con? Actually fine. It was not that hot at all. And I was in, like, pretty, like, fit clothing. It was okay. Is it true you did a mouse to get in? Yes, we already talked about it. I had to, yeah, I had to. And I wasn't the only one. Apparently, like 5 other VTubers had to do it, too. It was conditioned. Well, yeah, no, it was actually nice. It was a really nice set. It wasn't hot. It was, like, nice and cool. But, I stayed at the con a little bit longer and met people around Artist Alley and stuff like that and hung out with Nags. And then I ended up going back to the hotel because I started to feel really sick. And I was like, oh no. I started getting, feeling it hit me. And I was like, oh crap, I'm getting the con crud. And so I'm like, I need to leave. I gotta go lay down. And that's why I'm a little bit sniffly right now. If you can't notice. Just kidding, that's my deviated septum. I get in bed and I tweeted like, hey, like, sorry we had to end the meet and greet early, like, or something like, I think I tweeted it while I was still at the con. I was like, if you see me around, come say hi. And then I went home like an hour later. By home, I mean hotel. And, I get in bed and someone commented, they were like, hey, like, I hope you feel better. I heard they had to cut the line because you were too sick to keep going. And I was like, what? And I remember reading that, but I kind of, like, didn't respond to it because I like, someone had said it, like, quickly. because I was like, oh, I think it's just like a viewer like instigating. They think that's why, you know, because it wouldn't make any sense, right? Like, because then that's not what happened. But then another person commented or something, or I don't know exactly. And I was like, wait a second, this is weird now. And so I responded. I was like, oh, what? At first, I genuinely thought, because it wasn't a name I necessarily recognized, and you know how the internet is, I thought someone was just farming, like trying to like, I don't know, like making a fake situation or misunderstanding. And it's not that I didn't believe them. I was just kind of like, that's weird. That's not what happened. But then my regulars started backing it up. My regulars, people who are here every day, I met at the con. People that I've known for like 3 years who have never lied to me once. And they go, yeah, no, seriously, staff came and told us that you ended the meet and greet. And I was like, what? And you want to know why that broke my heart so much? Because imagine there's someone from like the UK or British, someone who's like Brit or like whatever, like overseas, flew all the way here to meet me, and then they get turned away with, oh, Chibi was done, she didn't want to see any more of you guys. And let's say maybe they're YouTube frogs, or and they don't use Twitter and stuff, and they will never know that that's not the case, and they will forever go home thinking that I just didn't want to see them. That's so freaking messed up. I understand, like, when you think about
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
When you think about it, like, I understand from, like, an outsider's perspective who's not part of the community or things like that, like, this is, like, a nothing burger, but I hope you can understand. It's one of those things where, like, I spent so much money to be there only for the meet and greet, guys. I only go there for the meet and greet and to say, like, hello to my grandma in the area. But I can do that whenever, okay? But the meet and greet, I literally, dude, these are people who waited in line like an hour and a half. These are people who spent thousands of dollars to come say hello. And I know, like, people might be like, oh, what losers? They're spending thousands of dollars to see a VTuber? Bro, shut the frick up. Like, if you don't understand what content creators do for people and what the people do for content creators. And you will never understand that. Sometimes people just want to personally say thank you or personally say hi. And it's I think they have the right to do that if that's what they came to do. And so it just broke my heart. I know, like, when I say it out loud, it doesn't, like, I guess, like, I can understand why people maybe will think it's like not that big of a deal, but I've always been a community first creator in the sense of, it doesn't matter if you give me $1 million or nothing, I will always interact with you if you're active in my community. Like, seriously, I don't care about any of that. And so if people make such an effort to show up in person, dude, I want to be there to say hi, you know? And, like, I remember getting back to my room, and by the way, that was my last day at the con. I couldn't go back the next day. Number one, I was so sick at that point. And number two, I already had plans to go see my grandma. And I love you guys very much, but I also love my grandma, and I have to go say hi to her. And it was one of those things where it's like,
Beat-Up's Pick 6 meal for 2
Really?
is $19.99.
Of all the times to ad break.
Ah!
You seeker who can spot a good deal, I'm out.
well, now I can't, I'm just screwed over. I lost my one chance to see you guys. And then, like, that broke my heart. And then now multiple people are telling me that Twitch staff threw their gifts away for me. And I'm like, dude, I don't care if it's a lollipop. I will keep it. I don't care if it's a letter that says, eat butthole, you fart face. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna tattoo it on my forehead. You know? It's just messed up, guys. Because, like, literally, apparently, this really kind person, they made, like, gift baskets or, like, little gift baggies in clear packaging for Nags and I. And it was, like, candy, sunglasses, and a handwritten letter or something like that. Like, super, super tame. Like, there wasn't even, like, a dildo in there or anything, you know? Twitch staff, they walk up to Twitch staff, and they go, hey, we got kicked out of the meet and greet line. But could you give this to Chibi? We made this for her. And Twitch staff goes, okay, sure. And they take it and throw it away in front of them. And they go, hey, you threw that away. Why did you do that? And Twitch staff says, oh, it could be a bomb. A bomb threat. Yeah, okay, bomb threat. Throw it in a metal garbage can in a crowded area. Like, what the
Again, if it's a bomb, do you think a trash can is gonna hold a bomb?
frick does that even mean? Dude, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even understand what that means. First of all of that was vetted through the bag check on entry. So it's like, dude, like, if I were Twitch staff and genuinely it was about a bomb threat, what I would do is go, oh, can I look through it? And also, by the way, you know what Twitch staff could have done? Literally could have done, because apparently they did this to a lot of creators. What they should have done is approached me, been like, hey, because of safety issues in the con, we cannot let you accept gifts. Are you comfortable accepting them outside of the con? Boom! I would have literally, right after the meet and greet, gone right outside and been like, hey, line up, guys, I'll meet you again, give me your stuff. Literally, I can totally understand safety precautions. How about this? Be freaking honest to that innocent person and be like, hey, we can't accept gifts right now because of what happened, and we want to be really safe and all that. Are you comfortable giving this to her at a different time? Dude, it's just one of those things where it's like, I can understand miscommunication. I can understand, like, benefit of the doubt. But when there are so many common sense solutions to a problem that aren't even considered, it's just a lot. It's just sad because it's just messed up. And it made me really sad because it just felt like punishing these people for, punishing people who are just there to have a good time, to not cause trouble. And there are people around the con causing trouble, and they don't get any punishment. And it's like my friends have been through so much crap with live streamers, and bullying and these things, and instigating, and that's totally okay, apparently. And it's like, just messed up, and I just made me sad, and it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, so overall, Twitch messed up. Everything that happened, that roommate, clear sign they hate VTubers as well, I think. Ebrew, what happened with that? And yeah, overall, yeah, so Twitch, yeah, I think this could destroy them, I think. So, but overall, that's the end of the stream. If you're on the rewatch, like the stream, subscribe, your thoughts of either Johnny Somali or everything that we react to with Chibi, going over Twitchcon, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.
Welcome to the Blizzard Arena.
And the quest for a champion begins today.
The anticipation has been building, and it is finally time. We are live.
Are you ready?
That is a really.
Can you get over the roof there?
Oh my!
Oh my! What a play! What a grab!
Another jump here on the high ground. Super goes forward, but gets stuck up. The EMP comes in, and ding! He rains down hell from above.
Here comes Pine. Gets one, gets two. Looking for a bit more, gets another one.
Tuno's down again. That heralds disaster generally for the fusion. And Carpe wasn't far behind. Prophet! He's killed 4 players now on his own.
From Vancouver, locks him in the sound barrier. Sound the bomb coming from John. Oh my God! He does it again.
Flutter now moving onto the Widowmaker, taking the clutch into his own hands. The headshot and the headshot and the headshot.
We're going to try and circle around. I will call this the merry-go-round because it makes me laugh.
Makes me happy, and Sean Paul switches to the Widowmaker at just the right time. Oh, the Graven!
best jersey in the world.
Oh my word!
I mean, you could have told me that you spoke English, honestly.
The fans never thought they'd see this day. It took 43 matches. Feels like a really emotional moment here.
Sorry.
All right, see ya.